must find help.
Gollum has pretty much traveled everywhere. He's also pretty much met everyone, and by looking at events from his angle, players will experience Middle-earth through the eyes and twisted mind of one of the most iconic characters of all time. All of that in our very own artistic style.
The precious is gone. We swear.
This looks like a game from 2013.
Challenge
The graphics for this sucks, bro. Like, oh.
The Gollum game is a sad, bad game. It's a game that makes you increasingly sad the more you play it.
Stop!
What is that thing? Not a dwarf, not a goblin. Too ugly for either of them.
A withering, shambling corpse of a creature just barely clinging to life.
I haven't seen a single positive thing about this game so far. How many gigs was it? Man, how? I haven't even started the game. How did I already get a crash?
They're not really acknowledging that their game is a pile of fecal matter. Now, I'm not one to throw Metacritic scores around, but Jesus Christ, 36? What the f happened?
Vampires, cultists, psychic phenomena. Never seen anything like it.
This is not the Redfall I remember.
Redfall is Arcane's first ever open world title. Unfortunately, however, Redfall isn't a very successful experiment. Not only does it end up losing a lot of the strengths that have defined the studio's titles in the past due to how different its formula is, it sadly doesn't even implement that formula in ways that we haven't seen countless times in the past.
Come on! We got this! Son of a bitch!
You think you'll be...
Well, what an adventure that was, huh? I'd be trying to get a refund on that.
The heck is that? It comes down to, once again, how bad you want to play Redfall. Realistically, I don't think you want to play this at all. I would uninstall this if I was you, if I'm being honest.
Now, I don't know if Denuvo is again to blame, because I know Arcane are fond of putting that in their games at the cost of heavily impacted performance and pissing off almost everyone who knows about it. Either way, though, Redfall is sadly another game that seems to run really crappy.
Literally, all you can do is just watch live streams of this game too and find out that Arcane doesn't even know what it wants to do. Like, just signal you what you're about to expect for the rest of the experience. It looks like a PlayStation 3 title, an Xbox 360 title.
It seems like a different life.
Is this a phone game, or is this like for PC, PlayStation, Xbox? What? I guess by PlayStation they mean PlayStation 2.
Farrell. That's not even a C, it's an F. Farrell Grimes.
So sorry.
Carl has left the group. Well, he left more than the group. He left this corporeal realm.
The park's full of walkers.
That's it! We either take care of this right now, or we just gotta go!
But the controls are just so absolutely awful, with some of the worst aiming acceleration I think I've ever seen. The voice acting and the sound effects playing over the top of these boring, lifeless scenes.
That'll be the day I take orders from a...
Today we announced the closure of Fantastic Studio. Oof. Unfortunately, the day before has failed financially, and we lack the funds to continue. All income received is being used to pay off debts to our partners.
Just 4 days after the release of The Day Before, Fantastic, the studio behind the project, has now closed due to financial failure and has seemingly pulled the game from the Steam store. The game doesn't have 90% of the features shown in trailers and demos, which were all blatantly copied, by the way.
Each weapon boasts unique characteristics, as well as realistic reload and recoil mechanics.
Each weapon has unique characteristics, with realistic reload and recoil.
What's this game about? This is that game that had a bunch of fake trailers a year or so ago, and no real gameplay. It was all fake.
Okay, and I'll look around here.
Yeah. Oh boy. Like, how are we still getting to this point where games are releasing like this?
Yeah, this is most likely going to be worse than Gollum, which is an incredible achievement to make a game worse than Gollum in the same year that that game came out.
This is a cutscene, by the way, an official in-game cutscene. Yeah, Kong's angry.
This game is a finished title, Skull Island: Rise of Kong. And it might be the worst game of 2023.
The combat is so unpolished, and that's right when you see it in the boss fight. You fight Prince Zuko like a million friggin' times because the story is so poorly paced and they don't put anything of interest in between. It's clearly aiming for the younger kids, but I think in one way that's fine, but in the other way, I think that this game is borderline predatory in it.
This is mainly just a Subway Surfers vessel, like a vessel for Subway Surfers. Not really an Avatar game per se.
The darkness.
Snatching attacker. What the? God damn it!
Dude! Give me a stim. They're just standing still now!
So this is an RTX 4090, okay? Alright, we're gonna hit start. What the fuck, dude?
Wait, what? Wait.
Across like they're trying to shift the blame to you. It's your fault that this game won't run. For example, players using cutting-edge multi-threaded chipsets designed for Windows 11 were encountering problems on Windows 10.
All we've been through. It can't be for nothing.
Ellie!
What happened to sleeping?
I've only ever driven automatics, and I'm not a car person.
This
so.
here is not a bad read. Only one
Oh my
problem.
god, the brows sometimes. Look at the certain scenes, bro.
What, Tess? Hello? What are you doing?
Look at that.
What?
Ration line hasn't opened yet.
No! Tess!
How do you know them? I was close with his brother Tommy. Said if I was ever in a jam, I could rely on him.
Was that before or after he left your little militia group?
Payday 3 makes several welcome refinements to the series in its gunplay and movement while improving the visuals. However, it also goes backwards in almost every other way.
I could just play this game online with my friends, that's great, but let's say the online doesn't work. And for the last couple days, since this game has launched,
they're around, sometimes shooting enemies and other times standing in place while being shot at by snipers who won't perform any objectives or retrieve any bags, leaving you with all the heavy lifting.
It is time.
Fight.
It looks abysmal compared to the other versions. Character models lack detailed textures, the expressive facial animations of the current gen versions are highly compromised to say the least, clothing, and sometimes even skin constantly stretches and clips through body parts, and every so often you can see straight through them.
Where there is smoke, there is fire.
Brutality.